All right, so here we are. Watch out for flashbang. 3, 2, 1, boom. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Took out everything, and then I'm wondering if I can do something with this with like low budget stuff. So as you can see, we can go through it, and then we'll take a look at it right away. We got the crest. It's 1C. We got the jewel. We'll swap back and forth and to see what's going on. There's like 30C with absolutely nothing useful, but that kind of saves us a point. And then 90C if you want the chaos res stuff. I think I would just prefer to have that overall. And I guess if it's like 90C is too much, then yeah. But I mean, I feel like at this point it shouldn't be that much overall. And yeah, otherwise it's kind of hard to find that somewhere else, at least with like this setup, I suppose. We got Valerium with all res, so we can be a bit closer to actually being kept. There was 10C, Loris Lantern, which is kind of cute to have that, but then we're gonna have to be low life. So like obviously we're doing the petrified blood stuff. That still needs a bit of a calculation, I suppose, to figure out how that's actually gonna work. But yeah, that was 10C, Anvil, and grabbed one uncorrupted. Otherwise, it's like 1C, 3C, like in case we wanna anoint something on it. It's like you don't wanna, anoint with tainted oil on a 1C item anyway. I got a razor just because it has like the ignite, and it has it has some ignite chance, and it has like some useful mods on it. 50% blood notch with 9C, but the others were like a bit more expensive, so like what 15C ish, 15-20. But I grabbed one for 9C. Immutable any percent, because I guess it doesn't really matter before the 961 breakpoint. That's 10C. So the Cloak of Flame, I'm starting to think like it might just be better if you just straight up buy it as like as a 6 link for the divine. But this way, you can just grab whatever base you want, like whatever corrupted implicit you want, and I guess you can just do the 6 linking it. That's why it's a question mark, because you have the tainted currency that you can do stuff with. And then I thought that Ralakesh boots were too expensive, but then I looked and it was like 20C with countess max endurance charges. So with that, I also grabbed the Arn's Anguish, the cute tech of having endurance charges, but then also having brutal charges. If it really works how I think it should work, probably does. And the flask were like 50-60C in total, because like gain 3 charges. I think I wanted to have that on all of them. So I didn't go and bother with Cinder Swallow, because I guess on a baseline it's just like 50-60-ish. But then we don't have the malediction. I think the one that has malediction is like 5 divines. So I think we're just gonna go with the five regular flasks. And I got helmet and gloves for like 10C each, with like life, res, and yes, res. But I got like a weird like these bases. These are not armor bases, but these are obviously much more expensive, or I mean much cheaper, and then also easier to color, because like with you have to do the whole back and forth with the armor bases, which I guess I would rather do on something that is actually worth doing it on. And yeah, the gems. We get to the gems, and there we have the kind of a dilemma, I guess, because the actual gems are quite expensive, like the special ones. So like I'm trying to see if I can just straight up hop in. I can hop in, and then I can just go ahead and. But I'm pretty sure the cremation is gonna break, because like these are what target a corpse. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work. there's a pretty decent chance that it's just not gonna do anything. You know, there's a pretty decent chance that it's not gonna do anything, and yeah, there's that. And here, I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to. Okay, so like I'm gonna check. Okay, so this one is empty of the blood, so I can just take this off. I'm just gonna straight up take it off. And then this one has basically a 38% chance to ignite. So if I check, 38% chance to ignite is like what? Okay, I mean I guess it could be like 34. You know what? Will be I'm just gonna go and grab that for 7C, and then I add it with this, and then I add here craft with ignite chance 7C. I'm just gonna grab this one, and I'm just gonna grab this one,
Not bad
and
at
there we
all.
go.
Ahoy there! We've made a trade.
And then I'm wondering how much it would, because like at this point I'm pretty sure I should just buy another one. Because like if I go for just the life again, it's 10C. So okay, I'm fine with this, I suppose. Or I travel to there. Okay, where did I travel in the end? Sure. So yeah, let's add another 10C for the other graft. Feels like why would I run around having only one graft? And then this is like the contentious part where you could like say anything about it.
Ahoy there!
Is depending on how much tainted currency it's gonna take, right? Because like if I go at it with where are we? Tainted jeweler orbs, which is like, let's grab like 10C worth, right?
Make it happen.
That's another 3. But then every time it goes down below, see? Okay, there we are. See, like for example, we got it in like a few. So there's like what? You see here and there. And then we go for the tainted fusing. It's like 12C each. So this is why I'm saying that it might be better if you just go ahead and say that I'm just gonna do. Because like you start with the 4, but I'm thinking that it might just be better if you just buy one for a divine with like whatever, and you just don't care about having a corroded implicit or corrupted implicit. So like here, boom, we go up to 5, and then we go down to 4, and then we back to 5, and then we go to 6. So how many was that? That was like 4 times 2, that was like 50C, 50, 60, 60C, I guess the links so far. And then I guess on the colors, I don't really know if I'm supposed to just,
Cool.
there's like a calculator, because this is like blue. Because if I want 1, 1, 1. And if I start here, I want to see how much the chromes are,
Hello, hello.
you know? How much the tainted chromas are. Oh yeah, it's kind of expensive. So I think it might be better if you just go with wall thingies. So is it like red green? 1 red or 1 green? We will try. And that was it. And now we need a bit more walls, which I think it's still a much better deal, I suppose. But maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe getting the other chromas is just better, because that doesn't care about as far as I know, it doesn't care about the color of the thing. So I don't know if like one red, one green, if it's better. Because that's just gonna like, see, that's just gonna like burn through those. So let's give a shot to the tainted. The tainted chromas. Really? Alright.
I'll
See,
put
like this
the
one like
word out.
adds up. I want like 222. Nope. Nope. Almost. Nope. 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 Okay, there we go. Was this worth it? Who knows? Alright, anyway. Now we have everything in, but it might not work with these. Right? I say everything, but almost everything, because like if we do this and then we do this, 2, 2, 3, 5. All right, you know what? Let's hop in. Let's hop in. Let's hop in, and then first of all, let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, here's the tree where I'm at right now. But honestly, I'm missing 2 jewel sockets, so I might as well just refund those, which is gonna look pretty silly. It's gonna look pretty silly. But like, let's say that I'm refunding these two. Okay, look at the res. Like res looks kept here. Ooh, there's a 94 there. So like technically here I could even just, if let's see if I can take doing it like this. Because there's the other one that is 30C and it doesn't have any useful mods here, and that puts us Oh, I was looking at the wrong line. Okay, never mind. I was looking at the wrong line. My bad. So there we are. I was looking at the second line. Yeah, I was looking at this line, I guess. All right, so it's like 69 chaos res. And then... Huh. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it from the lorries. Like this is, I planned for this. I expected this. So it is like what, 20 and 19. So yeah, I guess I'm like missing a bit of a, you know, bell block here. But then first of all, like, let's go in and check. First, let's check without, without the expensive one. I know like bribing is not that useful. Obviously, that I've heard that some go and say that you don't even need single bribing. Some people, most people say, I guess, that you need like one bribing and the second one doesn't really do anything. But so far, I guess I've only been doing this. And I think first let's try, just because the levels of the gems are also very low. Like first of all, let's try and take out grueling gauntlet, I think. I cannot choose. And let's test it with this first. Brave the tower. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be very awkward if I actually fight or find the boss, because I don't think that's gonna do anything. But yeah, let's just open this up and see if we die instantly or what happens. So let's check the ignite chance. Okay, 94. And then if I have the curse up, it's like something is happening, but that is not a lot of damage. But see, like first I wanna level up some gems a little bit. Like these are all level 1 gems.
I do love the stink of
Like
victory.
so. See, it's kinda, you know, it's kind of happening. Kinda happening. But obviously the interesting part is gonna be, and by the way, you can see, you know, flasks are being up. Having like a decent everything. And these are all the normal versions of the gems. So like, I'm pretty sure there are some mechanisms that are not working properly. And, you know, probably be much better off with the actual real transfigured gems. But yeah. I mean, defensively it looks fine, right? Like defensively we're looking decent. And like I'm intentionally leaving that 8 over there. And I don't have vitality because like just as it is, like that would, you know, need me and give me a light. And all right, let's see. Let's see. Like I don't want. I guess do I just do ruin? I mean, I'll do ruin. Should be fine. So yeah, obviously the damage is awful, but there's like obviously other version that or option that you can do, and you probably should just buy the gems as 20 like right away. You know, let's try the miasma as well.
Spreads.
See how it feels. How we doing? Life regen is around like 1,000-ish. I realized that I removed the generation source for the brutal charges, which is a bit awkward.
Ruin surrounds
So you gotta add that back up. Right? So it's like Raging Dead is good.
The wind conspires.
But let's do that. And like obviously the whole reason why this whole weird pathing is here is that if you can, then it's probably nice to just do the Farborn dream with the life thingy, and then you can put the life in there, and even without being able to just tattoo over these, like this one and this one even, you get some, and even this one, this is also in range. You can get some decent amount of extra life on that one. And then obviously once you can actually tattoo over these, then it should be great. Also, there is some redundancy here that like, I'm not sure about. And I still didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, so yeah, I guess it would be like, that would be like 4 points here. Okay, so like I tried to do stuff, right? Like for example here, Trial of Fate, for like, you know, crit strike immunity, or I guess they cannot be crit strike when I got hit. I took this part up here. So yeah, like I said, now I don't really have a source of generation. Like I would need the other 4 points here, I guess. It's like another thing that you can do is like you can just get one of these that transforms it into the resilience thingy. But I guess like the nice thing, and like I might just take it off. You know, I might just take it off. What if I try to swap here? Like I swap it out because I don't have generation. This is like 1C, by the way. So let's see how the defenses are. Looks fine. I don't know if the flasks are done, if it's fine still, but for
Fire
now,
always spreads.
because you give like more gen. See, like now, for example, Ruin, I'm in trouble with the Ruin because my spell block is a bit low. So I might bail. No, but honestly, it's not about that. It's not about the HC. It's like I'm at 96 and I might die here. No, it's 72. So there's like some redundancy here.
Death's cold
For
grip
sure.
is inescapable.
Because like I have the lorries and I'm thinking that if it's like enemies are unlucky when they are hitting me, when I'm a low life, then I guess unlucky rolls twice and then none of them are critical strikes. Or none of them can be critical strikes, then
Relentless
I
assault.
guess it doesn't really matter. By that I'm meaning
Be not
that
ashamed at your
see, like I
meager
can fail with the Ruin because my spell block is not up to par. But like I could have bailed there. I could have bailed there and that would have been fine. Like let's see. Now with flasks down, my cold res is below. Like for example, you could just grab like a very cheap jewel here, right? Grab a very cheap jewel. I take this 1 point and then I put it in there, and then my res is solved. You can get that for like 1 chaos. But I'm pretty sure you can just get the base versions of these gems at like level 20, and then you're not gonna be running around like this here. Or just, you know, actually, I think that's the missing piece here. I think that I should do that. Give me a sec. These level up, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab a Tempest Shield 20. Because I feel like that's gonna definitely help on the spell block stuff. And I should have one lying around. Like 20. This is like 1 chaos, 2 chaos. And then here I have, what is it, 21? It's like 25. That's another 4. There's another 4 there. And now it's 76. That's even better. I'm thinking like about what is like a nice, you know, spell block source here that we could do. I might try and see if there's like an Azadi crest with spell block, or how much that is. I clear this out and I go with Azadi. And then we're gonna try the cool one, the Grievous Gauntlet, if there's like any shot doing that. What did I want? Okay. Yes, the block. Spell damage. $60C, right? Like that would, you know, fit into that slot. Or you could, you know, might as well do that, right? Like let's say I'm reallocating these then, right? And then now we are at 94 theoretically. And also like I'm missing one here because I was thinking that the breach one, you know, breach one's very nice, but maybe you don't have it yet, or maybe you just I don't know. Because it's kind of rough to actually take down the breach one with this. Like it took very long for me with like a lot better gear. So like I don't exactly know what the solution is there, to be honest. So I guess I'm just pretending that you didn't even do the last lab. You just have these. Or you could work bleed into this somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, because the people I've seen that are working it into it, that they are doing the falling zombie, like raising zombie of falling, and I think like that's what does damage and what it, applies bleeding. But that's like 3 divines, like obviously that goes against the whole point of this. But I'm wondering if I can just go here and like try to fit everything in. So it's like when holding a shield, okay, or wielding a shield. Hello, I'm looking for the you know what, the mod I'm looking for while holding a shield. Holding a shield. Look, spell damage. Like 3. Jewel. See, we're like, no. Okay, I took the wrong one. It's not the cast speed. My bad. All right. And what if I just add, cold res, maybe life, or maybe even chaos res. Okay, that's like 35C. Because I'm thinking I can look like 1-1. Okay, this one is like chaos res. Okay, that's 1C, for example. And we just grab that. Okay. That's 1C.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
And now we got more block. Chaos res. And maybe the other one can be like gold or life. Yeah. But also I think the fire,
Check in with me
this
when
one,
you have a
I could also grab a purity of fire on 20 to fix everything, Purity of fire, and we got 20, and everything else is perfectly fine. And just grab it. Quality, sure. I'll get that for 2C, for example. And then I grab that.
Keeps me busy,
And I put this over here. And suddenly we have we have the 83 without the flask up, and with flask up we have 88. And I'm gonna try to see if, because you can like get a jewel very quickly, maybe with just maximum fire res. And let's go with a 2. And cold res, because might as well. Let's see. 1C. Okay, let's see what happens if we had life. I'm pretty sure with life it's gonna balloon to like a much higher one. Much higher percentage. Yeah, it goes up there. So let's just drop the life and just grab the cheapest one. 5C. Acceptable. I'm just looking like maybe something has a relatively useful extra stat on there. But it's fine if there isn't one. Let's give a duration. Yeah, we just gonna go and grab the 5C one for the fire res and the cold res.
might consider a will, given you're spending like a
And
minstrel again, I see.
you go in there, and suddenly we have 90 fire res with flask up. Like 85 without.
I've got some wealth for you.
We are at 94. And like I said, if I was, more, intentional about all of these, then I could, just grab these on level 20, and then I wouldn't have to mess around like so. Let's select the grueling gauntlet. Let's select the grueling gauntlet, and let's grab a map, and let's see how bad it's gonna be this time. Like 79 should be fine, because I think 79 is what actually brings you to 99 with the lucky block. So I think that's nice. And now we go, because like this should be much better with the ruin now.
Is your ego bruised?
And yeah,
The storm comes swiftly.
let's see. So this is with the setup that I ran. No special gems. I'm pretty sure some of the special gems are quite important. So yeah, let's look at the defensive sheet here. Yeah, obviously the damage is not great, because like there isn't really any actual source of damage. Now reduced life recovery, that's gonna be interesting.
Spirit burdened.
That's gonna be interesting, because that obviously takes it down quite a bit, but it should be fine as long as we are blocking, right? And no ruin this time, so
Where is the
I don't really
breath
get
of
to see
living
what's
air?
going on. Obviously drought is gonna be rough, but then that's why I want it to be kept, so there isn't really
Steel and pain.
any issue. But I guess it's also an option to have like a cheaper nebulous.
The
It might just
vapors are
give
inescapable.
more damage, even if don't really care about the implicit, then we just get the bonus damage from the resistance mod. That can be nice. Also, just like I said, there's a divine. There's a divine. Very nice.
The bane of mystics
Hopefully we
and
don't fail.
souls.
But see, like how far we actually go, we just getting a divine. If you compare it to the cost of everything, like even if we say that I'm just gonna buy. By the way, I guess it would be reasonable to just dip here,
Hateful grip.
just grab the divine and get out, and then you can actually get, like, for example, let's say that you have that divine that is waiting in there, and I didn't even check that. Maybe it even doubled. Maybe it even doubled. It doubled, right? Like here you just bail out. Actually, that's ruin. I don't care. You just take the rewards, you bail out, and you got 2 divines. See, you got 2 divines. You got 2 divines. You can already get the learning thingy, the inspired or unnatural instinct. You can get that, and then you can get it with the light of meaning, and then that's why you have like this setup here, this part here, is that you have unnatural, like you've seen previously, unnatural instinct goes here, light of meaning goes here, and then on the overlap you get a bunch of fire damage. You get like 120 something % fire damage. So that's pretty cool, for example. Or like you can get the dream. You can get the dream thingy. And you can put it here, and then like I said, you get a bunch of life here. And then later you create even more. And then I guess this part you could like drop, like this is damage, and I guess also defense. You can like drop this at this 4, and then you're feeding the jewels in, that kind of stuff. And this is like 94. So yeah, I think it's pretty legit. And then I'm just gonna run one more, you know, just in case, see what's up. And like catalysing, it's not gonna make it harder, right? Like it's not gonna make it harder, it's just gonna make it more expensive. So like if you can do this, then you can also do that, right? Because if you look at here it is, only offer catalysts. So yeah, with the inscription. And then they are all, you know, inscriptions. And then I guess if you're thinking like, okay, but I'm too weak and I'm not gonna be able to actually do the inscriptions themselves, which is obviously at this stage is very much possible, then you can just do you can just go ahead and do the selling thing, right? You sell it and then you just profit a little bit less. But I guess you have like, you know, 8 divine thingy, you can sell it for 7. And you'll not worry about it, not worry about crashing, not worry about, you know, just losing to something because everything is so budget. So yeah, I'll run one more, and then we'll look at how we actually are with the cost. It can like have some unforeseen or undocumented costs here and there, right? Like for example, I've spent a few C hitting those implicits, but like the Ether one is 18 per chaos, and then the Exarch one is what, 14 per chaos. So like, you know, a few chaos here and there, but not too bad, not too bad at all. And like I said, like basically with the 2 divines,
Respectable.
it like basically came back already. You
shall suffer your own bile.
For the most part. And that was like 1. Obviously the damage is abysmal, right? But like all you need is to stay alive.
Blood is the source of life.
And then whenever you have something good, if you're not running catalyzing, then obviously you can afford to bail out, right? Like if you feel like you're dying, you feel like you're in danger, you feel like you have something that is, you know, worth keeping, you don't need to risk it, because it's the scarab is like 1C, the inscription one and the bribing one, they're like 1C. So yeah,
Death's cold grip
most of the
is
mods
inescapable.
are fine, you know. Less sperm uptime with the, you know, flagellant mods for the most part. This one is a bit touch and go, because this one has the reduced duration, ignite, burning. I don't even think that necessary. I don't even think that's necessary, because you have 90 fire res, so you know. I think I'm gonna add into here. I'm gonna add like what? 2 jewels, like what? 10C? Not even that. Okay, got card sharp.
Lightning always strikes twice.
Yeah, like I said, damage is gonna be better if you're actually having leveling ones, leveled gems. But there's like, you know, if you can just roll up and just run around a bit in maps and take a few levels, that also works just fine. So yeah. Immortal Resolve. I don't remember which one that is. Like at the same time, see, like monster hits are always critical strikes, but if I got stunned, they cannot be critical strikes. So that's the protection from the stun mastery. And also there's a very, you know, very decent regen, because you regen like 5% life over 1 second if you have if you've been stunned. Just like my life regen is so nice, even without just, you know, having vitality. So yeah, escalating damage, I think we can take it. All right.
Relentless assault.
Okay, so there was no drought and no ruin, so I think I might run one more to see, because I think that's like the interesting part, like what happens if I actually have ruin now that I kind of fixed the spell damage. Like, see, we get some decent stuff even this way. And in the meantime, you know, the gems are leveling. Obviously, there is like, I have like a bit more life from the levels, so like I can't entirely remove that. And I guess maybe there's a way if I really wanted to, but I guess I don't. Like, I guess I remove it by, like, for example, not blessing this part. For example. So yeah, let's do one more. Maybe I get ruin or something, and then that's gonna be cool. Yeah, like defensively, I'm feeling fine for the most part. Yes, it's capped. I have reduced dot damage taken from the tree, and I have it from the Pantheon. And then I even got this one with like the reduced chaos damage taken.
You won once.
And here we are.
A curious choice.
Let's begin.
Chaos disdains predictability. Miasma spreads.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a reason. Okay, we have ruin, which is exciting. Suddenly. Finally. Should be fine, right? Should be fine. Discernment. So like with ruin, we should be like previously, the 79% spell block, for example, should add up to 99 with the triple lucky. Okay, so like, for example, Mortal Rage, I guess it's only 5 chaos.
The flames race towards you.
Okay, this might be a bit too much, but I feel like I really need to give it a few rounds, just so it's, you know, apparent how it works or doesn't work. Like, for example, I failed to the ruin, but then I just like, I got a Tempest Shield to level 20, and I got the jewel, and then suddenly I should be fine. I should be fine.
The fire of summer burns within.
Yeah, like the damage. Obviously, the damage is not great. Like that's really where I'm like cutting corners. like I said, light of meaning, lots of damage. The level of the spell, you know, gems, lots of damage. Ooh, nice. Maybe
No
there's like
defense
something
will be
fun
enough.
you can do with that. Okay. So far no ruin. So that's nice.
Relentless
Just
assault.
clicking next on everything. I can see the live that, you know, petrified blood is working there. We got the escalating vulnerability. All right, nice.
A
Ruin
single
4.
touch may spell your
Let's see
ruin.
if I'm still chilling. I should be. I should be chilling.
Be torn
All
to
right,
shreds.
I'll round this up and then should be done. Okay, so far I didn't get any ruin stacks, so that's nice. And I should be I seem to be able to take everything quite decently. But the monster slain, like there is something sitting here that is not dying. Maybe it's the wall that was messing with me. I guess messing with the mobs. The deal. It's usually a bad thing, actually. Right? With the walls around me. And mobs are not able to hit me. And unstoppable monsters. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be like an hour-long video, but I feel like it makes sense for it to be that long. I'm sure that you could also just grab a rare, I guess. Like I don't know how much the razor actually does compared to like the rare one with just, you know, some ignite chance. But like you want the 75%.
Don't get
And then you have flammability on top of that. And that would gonna be the 100%. But I guess it's not the end of the world if for some reason you don't have all of it. Like for example, you have the when it's like curse immune or that kind of stuff. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So yeah, this is it. And yeah, let's add it up, I suppose. Let's add it up. I'm even gonna add the calculator. And there we go. Okay, doxing my language. That's okay. And yeah. So you have what? We have the 1. And then we have the 90. I think you kind of need like 90 or 100. You kind of need that chaos res node, otherwise things are a bit awkward because I have chaos res on the boots a little bit and then on helmet and gloves. And then I also have it from the ring when I'm on low life. I took a max roll 1 there as well. Like we are at 91. And then we add 10. And another 10. And then 3. And then 7. And then 9. And then 10. And I'll leave out the cloak because I think overall for everything that it took to do the cloak, like coloring it and this and that, I think overall it's like a divine anyway. So let's skip that for now. Anguish is 3. Never mind. That's not 3. I'm gonna actually minusing the 2. Because this is actually immortal flash, I think. Which is just 1C. Even I guess shiny doesn't really do anything. I just want to use the one that I got from Voidborn. The bait one. So yeah, here we are, and then we have the relic cache. So that's 20. Let's go with like 60 for the flasks overall. Some cheaper, some bit more expensive. I only care about the flagellant mod. And then we have 10 for the helmet, 10 for the gloves. I added the AoE craft to the helmet, so that's another 4C. And then we got the graft with ignite chance, and then the other graft there. Like let's go with like 30 overall. You know, the 2 jewels. Cause like okay, we have like 7C, and give me a sec. Graft with ignite chance. Here we were. Level 21C. Purity of fire level 22C. And this is like how you get that additional 30C, right? Like we had the 30, which is like the graft, the 2 jewels, this, and then we are like 275. 275, and then which is like 150C, I think, at the moment. If we check, give me a sec. Let me check here. We hide this. Let me check. So Chaos the Divine is like what? Let's go with 154, okay? With like overall, like buying the base and then doing the links. I feel like overall a divine is reasonable. And then you can either buy it yourself, like straight away, because if we bring it up here, like let's say for example we go here, Cloak of Flame, and then we go into here. There's even one for 50C, like right here. You could get that. You could get that. And there's like a bunch of other ones for a divine, you know? So I feel like either way you're doing it, you're probably going at about the divine, and then you can decide it yourself whether you wanna kind of have a bit of randomness to it when you're like doing the linking stuff, or if you wanna do something like getting a 6 link straight away. So yeah, So let's say that we go with like 154C, which is where it is, and then that means that we add to the calculation another 154. Or 29. Okay, hear me out. I think 9 is close enough that I can round it down a little bit. Because I let's say it's like a bit. You know why? Because I wanna round it to 420. I hope that's allowed. I think it's like. You know what? I'm gonna. Okay. You know what? Okay, I think it's like close enough. I think local flame, it could be and I don't even think that I'm doing anything weird here, because I think that it's actually even a little bit below that. Because of the I didn't add helmet. I didn't have this, but I added it into the calculation. All right. So yeah, I think this is reasonable overall. And like I said, we got 2 divines here right away, which is like what? It's already 300 chaos. So like you're already bringing back basically all your stuff. So yeah, I think it's around 420. All right. So yeah, that was actually a lot more work than I expected it to be. So yeah, we'll go with 420. I hope that's allowed. I hope that's allowed. So yeah, and I mean, I definitely lost more than 420 actually doing it, because of removing all the thingies, removing all the tattoos from their places. So yeah. All right. This is how it's looking, and it can reasonably do the grievous thingy, the not grievous, grueling gauntlet. I haven't seen how it looks like when we get drought. I haven't seen that. Like maybe that ruins us, but I tried to do it in a way that it wouldn't. But I guess on armor I'm a bit short-ish. But even without the flasks up, the res is relatively reasonable. So yeah, but you'll be able to see everything there in the POV. All right. So yeah, it can do it. It can do it. All right. I'll wrap up the POB and throw it in there, and that's gonna be it. All right. Thank you for this hour of work, I guess, which is very funny if you think about it. Like in this hour, you can like do or make a lot more than the 420C if you just do like literally anything, or flip literally anything, or the craft flask, or whatever, basically. Like I just realized that my code is a bit interesting, because like without flask it's like exactly 77, like not a percent overcapped. But with this way it's better. But I think 77 is I think 77 is where it is capped. So like I'm not losing like a point anywhere, because I don't have max squadrons. I only have the max. I have 2 max Elirez over here. And also another thing is that you could like, I guess they fired forces or something. You could just throw whatever anointment on the neck. There's nothing even there. That's like another easy way where you can get a bit more. All right, and now I'm over 1 hour. Anyways, I set out to see how it goes with the budget, and I guess it can do it. But obviously, it feels a lot more comfortable when I actually have everything that I got and everything that I've built up towards. Obviously, it feels a lot better when I have all of this equipped here. So yeah, but that was it. Thank you very much. I hope it was useful. I hope it maybe maybe convince someone that it can be done without all the expensive stuff. But like I said, the expensive stuff makes it feel a lot better overall. So yeah, okay, bye bye.